Hi everyone, today we're going to be starting day 2 of trigonometry. The lesson objective for today is students will be able to identify and label parts of a right triangle, opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. It's the same lesson objective as last time. Like I said, we're going to spend about 2 weeks on the trigonometry unit, and this stuff right here is the foundation of trigonometry. If you can't label the triangles, you're not going to be successful doing the rest of the work. So we have to spend 2 days on this, and we have to make sure we have this down pat. Okay. So your title for today is Intro to Trigonometry Part 2. And just to review, let's copy down what is inside this yellow box. Okay. Draw that triangle. Remember that the side that is across from the angle, directly across, is the opposite. The side that touches the angle is the adjacent. And of course, from last semester, we know the longest side across from the right angle is the hypotenuse. Remember, I told you this: opposite does not touch, the adjacent touches. Those two seem to be the ones that y'all always confuse. And then here we have the formulas for sine, cosine, and tangent. Okay, sine is equal to O over H, cosine is equal to A over H, and tangent is equal to O over A. Okay. Before we start the examples for today, let's look at the problems we got wrong frequently on the quizzes. Okay. Number 3, it says in relation to the angle theta, label the side marked A in this right angled triangle. So here's the angle here. A is directly across. We know it's not the hypotenuse because the hypotenuse is the longest one. And we know that A does not touch. Therefore, if it does not touch, it can't be the adjacent. So the answer was opposite. The side A is directly across from the angle. It's opposite the angle. Okay. Question 15 wants you to find the sine of A. Okay. So we're going to label A. First thing we always do is label all the sides. Directly across from the angle, 12 is going to be our opposite. 37, of course, is our hypotenuse. And 35 touches A, so that's going to be our adjacent. Okay. Now we know that we want to find the sine of A. The formula for sine, if we go back to the beginning, bear with me, we're frozen here. The formula for sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So I'm going to just abbreviate. I'm going to put O over H. Okay. What is my O? What number do I use for opposite? That's going to be 12 over the hypotenuse is 37. So the answer for this one was 12 over 37. All right. So again, today we're doing pretty much the same thing. But I'm going to make up, I found these triangles online. I'm going to make up some questions as we go. So for the first one, I'm going to want us to find the cosine of x, okay? So first thing you do is label the x. That's the angle. Now we're going to label all the sides in relation to that angle. We go across, that's my opposite. 30 is my hypotenuse, because that's the longest side. And 18 touches, so that's the adjacent. Yep. Now the formula for cosine, it's right here. Cosine is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So the next step is to write the formula. Cosine of x equals adjacent over hypotenuse. My adjacent is 18. My hypotenuse is 30. So the cosine of x is 18 over 30. Sometimes they want you to simplify it. If you do not see 18 over 30, just figure out what number goes into both 18 and 30 and divide, or just type this ratio into Desmos and hit enter, and it'll simplify it for you. It's going to be 3 over 5. So either one of those could appear as the answer. Most of the time, they're going to leave it as 18 over 30, but just in case you don't see that, it'll simplify it 3 over 5. These two are equivalent. They're just written in different forms. One is simplified, this one's simplified, that one is not. Okay, next example. I'm gonna use a different color. For this one, I want you to find the tangent of A. So there's our A. We go across, that means 21 is my opposite, 35 is my hypotenuse, 28 is my adjacent. Next, I write the formula for tangent. Tan of A equals opposite over adjacent. That formula comes from right here. Tan of A equals 21 over 28. Can that be simplified? I believe so. They're both divisible by 7. So the answer in simplest form is 3 over 4. But okay, y'all. For some reason, the connection dropped. So we're back. Let me just go back and share my screen. Okay. So just to summarize that last one in case we had gotten cut off, the formula for tangent is opposite over adjacent. The opposite is 21, so 21 goes in my numerator. Adjacent is 28, 28 goes in my denominator. So my final answer is 21 over 28. If we put in simplest form, that's 3 over 4, okay? So that's it for day 2 of trigonometry. Good luck on your classwork.